So I've officially survived 600 days in my hardcore world, and I decided I wanted to combine it all into one easy to watch video. That way you can see all the progress and shenanigans in one go. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the movie. This is 1.21 Minecraft Hardcore, where one wrong move and I'll be forced to touch grass. Just kidding. In this video, I'm going to be transforming this boring mountain into the village base of my dreams. I've set myself a cap of 300 days, and in order to achieve that, I'll be building multiple farms, creating super smelters, and moving in some of the locals along the way. Enjoy the video. It was day 0. I had just spawned into the world, and I saw a tree that I liked, so I walked over to it. Okay, look, we've all seen this part. Cue the progression montage. So I'm gonna keep heading, I don't know, in this direction, I guess. Oh my goodness, wait, this might be it. I think this is the mountain. Oh, I have a really cool idea for this. Grab the diamonds, go. Grab the diamonds and go. Okay, so the goal right now is really just to get diamonds so I can make full diamond armor, which I'll need to fight the Ender Dragon. We're at 15 diamonds. Yes! Alright, there's a diamond chest plate, diamond legs. Let's put those babies on. The hunt for diamonds continues. There we go. And one more. Awesome. There it is. There's the helmet. There is the boots. Okay, we've done the basic start. We've got full diamond armor. Now, through the help of a little bit of editing, here we are. All right, to the nether. Boom. Dragon killing time. Get him while he comes down. There it is. Oh my goodness, I almost screwed that up. Alright, now we gotta find a end city. So, I don't know why I just popped like 3 apples. Yeah, I'm gonna grab this brewing stand. Healing potions are a nice touch. Mr. Shulker, I will be taking that shell. There it is, in all its glory. What a elytra, let's grab it. Boop, boop, mine now. I built a mob farm, built a kelp farm, built an iron farm. This one's passable. And I did a fair bit of shaping around the mountain about halfway up, which I decided to use for a small storage area and enchantment area. Okay, we are officially caught up. The main goal is transforming this mountain forest into the village base of my dreams, and in order to do that, I've broken it down into 4 major goals. Each of these has a varying amount of sub-goals I will be completing in order to check it off. So let's get started with goal 1. First, I want to get a few totems, that way I don't die and lose my world, and then second, I want to upgrade a few of my diamond tools to Netherite, and then the third thing is I need to get rid of the forest, and finally I can start terraforming. Okay, raid complete. Let's get those Netherite tools. I'm gonna go with the TNT method for gathering ancient debris, but I don't have any sand, so let's fix that. So I ended up flying over to a small sandy area and managed to get a couple stacks of sand. And luckily, I still have gunpowder built up from the mob farm and using it to repair my tools. The next step is finding a netherite upgrade kit inside of a bastion. So I headed to the nether, and I managed to find a bastion and then made sure my bow hand was still working. I opened up the first chest I saw and actually managed to get the upgrade template. Ooh, nice. Now, it was time to use all that TNT I had crafted, so I made my way down to Y level 15 and started gathering ancient debris. And for now, I was only able to find 8 total. And then I remembered I needed gold bars to make netherite ingots in the first place, and I just wanted to upgrade my pickaxe and my shovel for now, and I only had one template, and I was completely out of diamonds and low on gold, so I had to hit the mines. I knew there'd be some behind there. Wow, this cavern is honestly really cool. Yoink. Okay, with 7 diamonds, a piece of netherrack, and the template, we can duplicate them. So I'll just make like 4 of them for now. And with that, I really only have enough debris for 2 upgrades, which was the plan anyway. So I upgraded my main pickaxe and my shovel. And the truth is, I have a lot of dirt to move. So you see this forest here? It needs to go. So we need to make flint and steel because I'm burning this whole forest down. Let's go. Yeah, I think 17's probably enough. Okay, it's time to give Mother Nature a big middle finger. I guess we'll just start kind of like here at the end and, ow, make our way around. Ow, light every tree we see. Looks like it's going very well. Very well indeed. This is going great. All right. Ow. All right, we're like not even close to being done here. We're going all the way to like, probably like this cliff right here. Yeah, that's a good place to stop right there. Oh no, he's on fire. No, he's on fire. I gotta put him out. No, he's dead. Oh, burning down the entire forest sure is hard work. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the most fun I've had in Minecraft in at least 5 minutes. Ow. We're on fire now! Into the water we go! How fares the forest fire? It's still going. Let's take a look at my handiwork here. Yeah, we're getting there. Let's keep it burning. All right, so now that the forest is mostly gone, all we need to do is go ahead and level out the terrain. So let's do that. We are partway into the leveling, and we still have a lot to go. As of right now, I think I'm going to take all of this down to this level here. So let's do it. Okay, with the terraforming done, we can check off goal 1 and move on to goal 2, which is making the mountain. The terraforming did take the amount of time I figured, about 30 days, and during that time, I managed to lay out a basic perimeter for the village in dirt. But now I want to finish the wall. Whoa! My lighter literally just broke in the middle of that. All right, we just gotta fix this. All right, back to the wall. I'm going to use debarked spruce and birch for the wall because I think they look good together, and I calculated the perimeter to be about 3,000 of each log type, and the problem is I burned down the forest, and I don't really want to manually collect all of the wood anyway, so this is a perfect segue into building the first farm of the video, the TNT tree farm. I already have a perfect spot for it, and to do that, I'm going to need to burn down just a little bit more forest. So I know we've already burnt down one forest in the last 100 days, but, you know, might as well go for 2. Okay, it's still burning down, but I'm just going to use the time to kind of clear out a little area here. I've just declared war on forests, given that I've burnt 2 down, and I'm crafting a crafting table for every subscriber that I have, which, by the way, is going really well. I definitely think this is where I want it. Is there something actually physically burning inside of this, though? I think there is. Just taking a little time to clear out an area. I'm actually going to place it lower than originally thought, just because I want it to be level with the ground. I don't really want it to stick up like that. I thought I would be okay with that, but I think it was just going to look better if it's in the ground, effectively. I've already gone through, like, 3 totems of undying. I just had a creeper pop up behind me and blow his freaking load. Okay, so these are the materials that we need. It isn't really that bad at all, so let's go gather it all. All right, we've got everything collected here. We just need to go ahead and throw it in a shulker. Let's get building, baby. All right, so we're here. I just started on it, just placed the first block. Let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed because I don't want to get blown up by a creeper again. Pause. So, unfortunately, my replay footage got corrupted for the building process, so I don't have any cool super cinematic angles of the farm build, so you'll just have to use your imagination for now. I'm 100% confident that this thing is not going to work. Build that. No! Gah! I keep falling. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at building. Why am I doing this to myself? Zombie, I'm not in the mood right now. As far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure everything should be working, so now it's just a matter of trying everything out and making sure that it works, so let's give it a shot. Okay, so I guess we gotta make sure that our... Uh-oh. Something went wrong. We blew it up. We blew it up! No! I went back and made sure that every single block was exactly the same as the schematic, like even making the signs the same wood type. I think I'm kind of paranoid now. And I've never built a TNT duper before, so that was kind of fun to learn how to do. And now I'm going to grab some saplings and we're going to try this again. I'm going to try and explain just briefly what's going on here. I stand here and plant and bone meal the tree so that it grows. The TNT duper drops a TNT onto the tree, blowing up the tree and providing saplings, wood, and sticks of the sapling that I'm using. There's a water shaft that sends the items up and it fills my inventory with saplings. And then there's a bone meal chest attached to the hoppers and a dropper so I can keep the farm going. It's super simple, really, and even though it's a manual farm, it is super fast, and it's going to make building this wall really easy. I think they might just be interested in my farm, you know? They're like, what is that giant freaking tower that we see? Ow. I should probably fill that hole, huh? Okay, so I've been running the farm for about 10-15 minutes or so, and let's see how it fares. Oh my god, yes! Oh, this is great. That is actually, I think that's enough spruce for sure. Now we just got to do the birch. That is so, oh, this thing's so awesome. Yo, big freaking ups to the guy that made this farm. This farm's sick. Let's do the birch trees now. I ran the tree farm for about 30 minutes and was able to gather all the wood I need for the walls. So now I just got to shulker everything back over and it's time to build the wall. I just need to make sure I don't screw up my pattern. I'm counting to 2. Like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Let's take a look at everything and see how everything looks. Just gonna make sure everything is equal. Make sure there's no double placements. Okay, I think that's a good start. Let's go to bed so we don't get blown up in the middle of building the wall. Okay, so I kind of forgot to torch the area and mobs are spawning like crazy. So let's put some torches down and prevent that. Doesn't look that good, but whatever, we'll fix it later. Okay, so the good news is that we're almost already through goal 2 and we're at 100 days. And I've never done a long-term world with some sort of time restriction before. And now that the walls are done, I'm going to carve out a basic path so I can start to kind of section out areas of the village base. So I've finished up laying out all the paths. They're not final. I just kind of wanted to get like a pathway idea for it. It is currently day 101, which means we are behind schedule. But I'm having fun, so who cares what day it is? I think the next thing I want to do is get the buildings designed and put into the world. Now it's time to move on to goal 3, which is my favorite part, building the village. I don't exactly have a plan laid out for what I'm going to be doing here, and I think I'm just going to start building and just kind of hope that inspiration takes over. I'm going to start with my house, where I'm going to crash at night, and so cue another building montage. Mr. Sheep did die in a tragic forest fire, so I'm making a tower in his memory, and after that I'm going to add a windmill because I always like the look of windmills. Okay, so I've built a couple of decorative buildings up to this point, and I think it's time to do a few functional ones. And the first one is going to be a super smelter, and the design that I'm using, I'm also linking in the description. Let's gather all the materials we need and get building these super smelters. Oh, yeah, I'm making 2, by the way. Okay, we've got all the dark oak materials. Now let's go get the spruce materials. I should have some. Well, the bad news is I do not have any spruce planks. So we got to go to the tree farm once again for like the 12th time. If I were clay, I would be right here. Perfect. Let's grab all this. We don't need a whole lot. We really only need, I think, like 50 blocks of brick. Let's just get that done real quick here. Okay, so we need 48 rails, and we can only make 6 because we don't have enough gold. So we gotta go mine some gold. Into the hole where the glow squid farm is that I haven't actually showed yet, but I built a glow squid farm. Hey, guys. See ya. See ya. I actually don't have the space in my inventory. Okay. Fortune needs to pop off of this gold, yes. Oh, there's also a lot of mobs. See something cool? And that should be everything that we need for this build, so let's get started with it. Okay, just gotta put the last, like, finishing touches on the build here. Yeah, I think we're done. And I'm gonna be making another one because having 2 of something is always better than having 1. Next, I decided that I was going to tear down the dried kelp farm, and the reason for that is it's kind of an eyesore, and second, it's literally only made like 6 stacks of dried kelp in like 110 days. And with the kelp farm gone, I've made room for what I'm calling Town Hall, and I'm going to be coming back to this build later on because for now I kind of just wanted to set a spot aside for it. The next part is spicing up the paths, and in order to do that, I need some moss blocks and moss carpets. So the next build is going to be, yeah, you guessed it, a moss farm. I want to put it over in the corner and make a very compact version. So here's a list of all the materials that I'm going to be using. It's super compact, like I said, so this shouldn't take very long to build at all. And there we go. Super quick build, and it produces all these different items too. Now that it's built, I want to decorate it properly, and for that, I'll need mossy cobblestone. So I picked a direction, and I flew around for a while trying to find an old growth taiga. I did find the biome I was looking for eventually, and I managed to take care of some of the locals. Spent a little bit of time gathering it because I'm going to need a bunch of it, and then I decided to head back and finish the exterior. The next thing I want to do is add some water around it to kind of, make it look better. Okay, just a few finishing touches. I think vines will do good in making the space feel mossy. Put down a few glowberries for good measure, and here's the final product. It's not the most perfect build, but that's all right. Lastly, I just worked on blending the area outside with the water so it looked more natural. Now that I had a stable source of moss, I could finally finish upgrading the paths around town, and I decided to go with a moss block trim around the dirt pathing. I also took some time to take care of those ugly torches sticking out and put them underneath the moss carpet. Next, I decided that in order to add a little bit more detail, I'd be using pink petals from the cherry blossom biome, and I used them just to accent the paths, and I think it looks pretty good, honestly. After applying a healthy amount of petals around the village, I kind of fell under the cherry blossom spell and made a small cherry tree area because, come on, they're just so pretty, right? After that, I managed to singe my foot on a campfire, then out of anger used my shovel to smother it to death, and kind of liked the look of the deceased campfires, so I made a couple more. You see this crafting table museum? I think it looks just wrong covered in crafting tables, so I'm gonna design the outside to make it look a little bit better. These are the materials that I'll need. As you can probably tell, that's a lot more wool than I currently have, so there's two things we need to do before I can design the outside. First, I need to find a way to generate lots of wool, and second, I need to find a way to get black dye quicker than manually slaying every squid I see. Let's start by moving all the sheep I have in storage to the Mr. Sheep Tower. Okay, I'm gonna try and lead the boat and fly to the drop-off point because you can do that now in 1.21, and not a very good start. I've managed to miss the boat entirely, and Mr. Chicken took his seat. Okay, change of plans. I'm using minecarts, so I'll need to build up the area with netherrack because it's the worst looking block, but I literally have a ton of it. Okay, so the path's done now. I just need to place the tracks and put down some powered rails. Sheep number 1 is off, and sheep number 1 is back. I'm gonna use furnace carts because I can't be asked to go mine more gold right now. Get in the cart. Get in the freaking mine cart. Thank you. No. Oh. You just had to shoot it, didn't you? Now the first. This is so annoying. Oh my god. No. The furnace idea did eventually work, and I was able to finally start getting the sheep right where I wanted them. Okay, so, yeah, I've only managed to move 3 sheep. However, all it takes is a little bit of wheat, and we can have a party. Heh. Multiply, multiply, you guys should multiply. Are you gonna multiply? I am definitely going to need to speed up wool production if I plan on getting this done anytime soon, so I'm gonna do something that some might deem unethical. It's a string duper. That's all it is. It dupes string. Okay, with the wool acquisition covered, now I need to figure out a way to get lots and lots of black dye. And for that, I'm going to build another squid farm, and I'm going to use the same design for the regular squid farm that I used for the glow squid farm. Just want to cut in real quick and say that this squid farm took me absolutely the longest amount of time out of any build, and you'll see why in a bit. I'm completely out of glass, so I need to go gather more sand. Whoa, big sand trap. Luckily, the super smelters are here, and they make quick work of it. I've also laid out the width of the Squid Cooker 5000, and I've smelted a ton of glass, so I'm going to use some of that to just do a little extra something around the outside. Okay, I finished the surrounding glass wall, and now I need to get rid of all of this water. And sadly, I don't have any sponges yet because I haven't done an ocean monument, but I do end up going to an ocean monument later on, and you'll see why. Oh, looks like the farm's already working, and I haven't even built it yet. Just want to make it clear this is not my build. It's actually Shulker Crafts, and I'll post a link in the description if you want to build it in your world as well. Okay, I had to make another trip to the repairing station. Oh, cool, a traveling trader. Got anything good? Nope. Carry on. I'm going to be using white concrete as the collection platform, so I spent a fair bit of time building a powder tower and then was able to get a nice dopamine hit for collecting all the finished concrete. Also, I'm completely out of magma blocks, so back to the nether. And the magma blocks are going to be used as the killing platform. The rest of the build went really smooth, so here it is. Okay, now I just need to build up like 100 blocks for the AFK spot. So up we go, build the platform, down we go. Let's get a look at all these squids spawning. Hello? Oh. I forgot that in order for this farm to work, I have to clear out all the water in the spawn zone. Okay, so with the mini HUD mod that I have installed, it displays this red sphere, and essentially what this means is that everything within this red sphere I will have to clear out in terms of water. So there is no way that I'm going to be using dirt or sand to clear this much water. So let's head to an ocean monument, and I actually spotted one on my way looking for mossy cobblestone. Just here for the sponges, I'll see myself out. Okay, we're back, and I need to place a retaining wall every 5 blocks or so, and then use the sponges to clear the water. And this is gonna take a while, so let's montage this one too. Just want to interrupt and say we have finished the walls, and it's time for the sponges to start sucking. I'm running back and forth between the nether and the overworld, like drying out the sponges. Now that it's done, we can finally get squid ink for black dye, for black wool, so that I can make a giant crafting table look less ugly. Awesome. Totally worth it. Good news too, it's actually spawning squids now. This took like probably 20 in-game days, not gonna lie. First batch of squid ink into black dye, let's go! And I just worked on building the exterior of the crafting table museum. I think it looks a lot better than just 1,300 crafting tables alone. I guess I'll use this time to plug the current challenge that I'm working on in this world. So as of recording this, 40 days ago, I started placing a crafting table in my world for every subscriber I have, and this is me from the future, and I'm currently at 9,228, so that's kind of why there's a massive crafting table in the middle of my village. It does have a purpose, and it's meant to celebrate that. At this point, I've hit 200 days, which is amazing for me because usually I play for 2 weeks and quit. This world feels so good and fun to play on, and I'm having such a good time, and if you like this too, please consider subscribing because it means a lot, and I've got so many other projects planned for this world and this series. Okay, I've been neglecting organization on this world pretty much for the last month because I've just been building so many things, so I'm just gonna take a quick moment to get things put away and put away in the right place. I worked on adding some final touches to the village base, like adding some spruce fencing on the top to add dimension, and put some lanterns down to help keep mobs from jumping down and messing up my day. And you've probably noticed that there are some empty spots, and that's completely intentional because I have more things to add in before I consider this project complete, and I'm purposely leaving space for additional buildings and farms later on down the road. The next thing I want to work on is the trading hall, and it's just going to be really small in scale because I don't have a whole lot of villagers stored. How do I word this? They're a little cramped in here. The good news is I got them all here. They have good trades, and I started to do something here, but this looks like trash. We're not going to do that. We're going to make it look nice, and we're going to put them in the village because we need villagers here. Don't have a plan yet. I'm going to just lay out some blocks and kind of get an idea. Okay, so this will be the first row here. I'm thinking... Okay, so now that the trader hall is done, I just need to minecart them into their permanent closet spaces. I'm really hoping that this goes better than moving those sheep. Get in the minecart. Drop in. Get in there. Please, just one, please. Needless to say, it wasn't going very well. That's gonna be a problem. No, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. No, 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 no. No, no, not approved. Not approved. You're not allowed to do that. No, we're literally back where we started. Okay, let's get a couple more power rails put down. Okay. Okay. Get him in there. Just get him in there. Get him up. 3, 2, 1. There he is. Arrived just on time. Okay, so I was on the second to last villager and the iron golem finally decided to start protecting. Really? He got so invested in pushing me away that he launched the villager on the rail. Don't worry, they're going somewhere safe. Safe-ish, idiot. Okay, we've got one more villager to move. Okay, no, 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 stop. No, 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 get back here, get back here. Stop it. Stop. Okay, whatever, it's just gonna go. All right, that's fine. After I managed to rub my remaining brain cells together, I managed to get all the villagers into place. And I also decided to name the iron golem, and he is now known as Bernard. Don't feed Bernard. I also re-rolled one trader for a sharpness 5 book because my sword was only sharpness 4, and I also managed to get a feather falling 4 book because I'd already dropped out of the sky more than enough times already. That was a lot, and with all of those things done, it's time to move on to goal 4, which I'm just calling the final touches. Heading into the final chapter of this, it's time to clean up things that aren't meant to be permanent, like the railway supports. Now I can move on to coloring the sheep. So I began by putting them in their permanent places. Oh, he's going in on his own. This is about how much of each colored dye I'll need to make the swirl pattern, so I better get busy living or get busy dying. Okay, nothing really that interesting, just managed to collect a few of each colored dye. Cyan, magenta, gray. Oh, I'll need some black dye for gray dye. It's a good thing I overcompensated with that squid farm, otherwise I'd have to manually slay squids, which in this particular case would probably be faster, because of course I used all the dye and haven't AFK'd at all, so let's AFK for literally like a minute. Great, that's more than enough black dye. Okay, and there's the gray dye, there's the purple dye. All right, I'm gonna grab all the dyes in order and start coloring the sheep. No. Get back in your pen. Thank you. Good. Okay, now that all the sheep are colored, it's time to get shearing. This is going to take all night. Okay, it's been all night, and this is where we're at. We're like a third of the way done, so back to edge shearing. Kind of soothing, you know? So it's almost like therapeutic, I guess. Just running around in a circle and shearing sheep. Also, for the plan, I need to get all these sheep in the center out of the way. So let's see if we can get them in the house here. Come on, guys. Come on in. There you go. Come on in. Come on, don't be shy. Can you not fit through? Maybe that'll work. All right, let's, come on in, everyone. Come on. That's most of them. The rest of these guys, Mr. Sheep's looking down. He's not happy with what he's seeing, but you know what? He's not here anymore. He's trying to climb. He's trying to get out of the mess. Okay, this may seem ridiculous what I'm doing right now, but this is because I literally have no wheat being generated right now. I've destroyed all my farms and have a lot to go in terms of progress on these sheep here. So I'm going to go ahead and just give them all a nice piece of wheat and they can, figure out the rest, so to speak. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I can just hold wheat in my offhand. They'll come to me and then I can just get it all done like really easily. Okay, I don't know how this is happening or why this is happening, but we've got some intermixing of colors, which is totally fine because they're sheep, You can do that with sheep. I think we've got plenty of everything. And we can finally do the design that I've been planning. Sweet! Let's do it. Okay, first layer done. Cool. You may be wondering, what the heck are you doing? But that's okay, because we have a plan. Well, part of a plan. We'll put these guys there to there, and then this will be gray. Okay, I've laid out exactly where I want the colors to be, so now I just need to fill in the circle. I have a plan for the perimeter of it as well. I want to do white wool, just I think it would look better because it'll contrast everything. I'm surprised I haven't hit any of them yet with the shovel. I'm gonna be completely honest here. Lastly, I just need to fill in the pens with the correct sheep colors. I think we're done. Now that I've done like the entire trim in the white, I think I don't like the inside trim being white. So I'm gonna go back through and essentially attempt to fix it. So yeah. Okay, now I just need to light the area up with torches. So we're gonna put an orange one there, and bada bing. There we go. There's 2 creepers in there. Ah! Well, all I can say is they served their purpose. They only made it about 10 days, and little did they know that the creeper would be their demise. Okay, so Mr. Sheep's rainbow tower is finally done, and it's time for me to do finishing touches. These finishing touches included creating farmland on some of the slopes, building a hedge maze, removing old map art that served no purpose, creating walled areas for aesthetics, placing walls around some areas of the path to give some dimension, building myself a swimming pool because I always wanted a swimming pool, and I left my moss farm on while doing all those things so I could finish my pathways. All right, let's check on the moss farm. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're good on moss for a while. I finished putting new moss around the paths. I created a few more water features of the stone brick. I added slabs so I wouldn't need to keep jumping. At night, I found places to add lanterns. I built a cherry blossom tree swing. As I approached day 300, I realized I hadn't interacted with bees ever in Minecraft, so I built a little bee area behind the super smelters. We've got a... Uh-oh. We're not in favor. And with the finishing touches complete, it's safe to say that I've completed all 4 major goals I set out in the beginning. The point of this series was to push myself out of my comfort zone, and I've actually never played a hardcore world before this, so this one definitely does feel special. And now I get to look around and be proud of the things I accomplished. There is still tons of room to expand and tons of room to build new and exciting things. I'm calling this episode a success, and if you managed to make it this far, all I can say is thank you and see you around. Okay, look, it's day 301, and I have no stable source of gunpowder, XP, food, and gold. If you're familiar with hardcore Minecraft, you know that these are not the kinds of things you can go very long without. So I decided the way I'm going to start the episode is by building a farm for each of them. For the food problem, I'm going to build a hoglin farm. For the gold farm, I'm going to be gathering close to 10,000 magma blocks for a piglin farm. And then after that, I'm going to be building a massive, and I mean massive, pillager farm, mainly for XP. Last but not least, I'll be building a creeper farm for that sweet, sweet gray sugar that explodes. Once I've created a stable source for all those 4 things, I'm going to be moving on to part 2, which is going to be stealing a village of each biome type and relocating it here to the base. That means I have a lot to do in the next 300 days, so I better get started. Okay, it's day 301, and I need to get to the nether roof because I'm going to be building 2 farms up there, and I'm also going to be using a lot of nether travel for the next 300 days, so let's get that squared away real quick. Okay, nether roof. Let's do this real fast. Okay, we just have to dig as high as we can go, and I should be able to just throw the ender nut here, and there we go. Perfect. We've got the nether roof unlocked officially. Just gonna build this here portal. I went through the portal without planning it out, and I actually ended up right next to my TNT farm, which was perfect. The nether roof wasn't just going to be the location of 2 farms. It was also going to be the most convenient way for me to connect the overworld, so it's going to be the best way for me to move villagers. All right, I need to get to work on this pork factory. There's 2 things this farm's actually going to give me. It's not just going to give me cooked pork, it's also going to give me leather. These are all the materials that I will need. It's super straightforward, so let's go gather everything. Oh my goodness, finally a warp forest. I'm not kidding. I have been looking for this for like 3 days. I just needed 15 mushrooms, that's it. Okay, so we got everything collected for this, and here's how the build went. Don't blink, you might miss it. Okay, so the farm is officially done. I just need to finish this AFK platform real quick. I'm gonna head down and make sure that everything's working. That lava's not supposed to be there. Let's just patch that up real quick. I went ahead and AFK'd for a few minutes just to kind of see how it was working. It was working great, and I had an unlimited source of cooked pork chops and didn't have to worry about food anymore. Wait, I'm gonna have to pick all these up, aren't I? Who cares? Food is taken care of, and the next farm is going to be the gold farm, which will also be on the nether roof. This one's going to take quite a bit more materials. Here's the material list. There are 2 materials in this list that are a little scary to me, that being turtle eggs and magma blocks. I've actually never farmed turtle eggs before, and I need close to 8,000 magma blocks, so this is going to be a new experience for me. Let's tackle the turtle eggs first. Okay, this seems like a turtle spot right here. I gathered the aphrodisiac of turtle kind, seagrass, and began handing it out to any turtle I could find. You and you. So the turtles, you know, did their thing, and then they do some weird egg summoning dance, and then turtle eggs appeared. There we go. There's our first batch of eggs. I accidentally stepped on some, but they were fine. Making sure to use my silk touch pickaxe as to not break them. The process was about as straightforward as it could be. I just fed them grass, let them lay the eggs, and stole their children. This is going a lot faster than I thought. It's 7, like halfway there. Okay, I've got 12 turtle eggs. It didn't take too long. Now I need to figure out the magma block situation, and I think my plan of attack is going to be making fire resistance potions. Got the potions, and I've also got some magma blocks left over from the squid farm, but I'm gonna need close to 8,000 magma blocks, which seems kind of absurd, but I'm not backing down. Let's get it. Okay, there is a ghast already shooting fireballs at me almost immediately. That's not very cash money. I started out by only mining magma from the basalt deltas, and this was fine, but it was also super slow, and I needed to pick things up if I was going to finish this farm in time. So I abandoned the basalt deltas, and I literally just found lava lakes for the magma, which was so much faster. And although I was safe from the fire with the fire resistance potions, I wasn't safe from flying into things at Mach 5. Ooh. This is great. We're a little over 2 shulkers already. I just need to mend my tools real fast and get back to work. Okay, with this shulker full, that is all the magma blocks for the farm. This only took a couple days in game. It's just kind of sketchy being on fire on your hardcore world for like 4 days straight. Ghasts are literally like my least favorite. Oh boy, I missed. All right, see you, idiot. Okay, 5 shulkers full of magma blocks. I didn't think I'd ever mine that much, but I ended up mining more, actually. I was already in the nether, so I mined close to 8,600 for this. Pretty cool. I also changed my design a little bit on the farm. Essentially, I'm adding more platforms for spawning, and that means I'm gonna need more turtle eggs. I went back and ended up grabbing 6 more, so now I had a total of 18 eggs. Let's grab everything else we need for this farm. There's only a couple of things I don't already have. This included white stained glass, and the super smelters made easy work of that. Trapdoors, which I needed wood for, so I used that handy dandy tree farm I built last episode, and just a bunch of slabs. There we go. That is everything we need for this build. Okay, I've got all the materials laid out in these shulkers. I think it's time I actually start building the farm. All the farms in this episode were designed by other creators, and I can't take any credit for them. However, I did tweak every single farm just a little bit to fit my needs. I started with the collection platform. This is where the piglins will be falling down and all the gold will be collected here, and these hoppers are going to catch all of it. With that finished, I needed to begin building the actual platforms. In the very center of each of these platforms, there's a turtle egg, which the zombie piglins will run towards in an attempt to squash. They'll fall down. Every platform will have one turtle egg in the center, and I'm building a total of 16 platforms, so that's 16 eggs. So here is the time lapse of the build. I'm standing up on the AFK platform, and based on the sea of piglins currently plummeting to their gold nuggety deaths, I think this farm is done. Overall, it was a pretty quick build. You just have to be careful with the magma blocks. You have to be extremely careful with the turtle eggs because they break so easily. Okay, just doing a quick once over. Oh, this platform actually needs to go. I don't want them spawning down here, so see ya, Mr. Pigman. He survived that? Bro, he's the chosen one. The gold farm was officially open for business, which means I only have 2 farms left to build. And the next farm is going to be massive. It's going to be the biggest farm this world has seen so far. And while this farm isn't necessarily hard to build, it does require a stinking truckload of materials. And I've kind of got a plan for the plan. Are you ready to hear it? Nether portal to end portal. Gather wither skulls. Fight the wither. Build a beacon. Gather 11,160 cobblestone. Smelt 11,160 cobblestone into stone. And then smelt 11,160 stone into smooth stone. And guess what? This is just for the platforms. Also, I have to gather all this other stuff. Bam, 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 bam. And then I have to build it. Oh, and then I have to move 7 villagers that I don't have yet. So this is going to be fun. Okay, so I'm going to be building this farm. I actually need to tear down a pillager tower. Luckily, there is a tower really close to my base, and this is exactly where the farm is going to go. I did already mention I'll be mining and smelting somewhere around 12,000 smooth stone, and even with efficiency 5 on my pickaxe, it's going to take ages. If I had some effect that could increase my mining speed, say haste 2, I could speed things along quite nicely. So let's get that squared away. First, I'm going to get a nether portal set up so I don't need to keep wasting a bunch of rockets getting to my end portal. And according to my calculations, if I put the portal here, I should end up somewhere in the stronghold. Perfect. Yeah, this is going to plan almost a little too well. I also carved a little pathway between the portals and the nether so I wouldn't get lost, and I added a spicy little sign just in case I forgot how to follow a pathway. I also set up a pathway and a portal for a village that I will be returning to much later on. Now that the portal system was set up, I was ready to start farming wither skulls. Oh boy, my aim is terrible. Okay, I got one, and I got 2. Okay, awesome. Let's go get some heads. Trash. Soul speed 2, still kind of trash. I must have been gone for like an hour now, and when I came back to my base, well, apparently there was a party I wasn't invited to. Now I'm just sad. I needed to find a new nether fortress because the existing one I was at was super tiny and I needed to maximize the spawn rates. So I decided to just dig in a straight line in hopes of finding a larger fortress. Luckily, I did find a new one that was loads better for spawn rates. Oh my goodness, yes. We got one. Oh! We got one. 1 out of 3, baby! Woo! I'm gonna die! Please. No! I bet he had it! No! Okay, look, I had been hunting for the last 30 minutes, and I still needed 2 more skulls. I was beginning to feel a little discouraged, but then I just took a second and kind of just soaked in the view. Yes, number 2. Oh, let's finish this. Can we just get them back to back? Oh. Not a single skull from that? This could be the one. We got it. We got it. That's 3. Oh my god, we're done. Holy crap. Finally. We did it. Okay, so I got 3 skulls in 59 kills, and the chance of me getting 3 wither skulls in 59 kills is actually somewhere around 50%. Because you either get it or you don't. Okay, we've secured the wither skulls. Now, we gotta fight the wither in 2024. Like who fights the wither? No, seriously, like, who fights the wither? I don't know how to do the fight. Oh, wait, yeah, it's just bedrock players. That's right. Oh, it looks like our nether star is done cooking. That is the nether star acquired. Just gotta make the beacon awesome. The good news is the iron farm has been farming iron, so I used a bunch of it to make iron blocks, which I'll then be using to build the beacon base. This is the area that I'm mining all the stone, and it does kind of look like a mess right now. I do have a plan for the area in the long term, and that does involve moving a ton of earth, so it's kind of a 2 birds get stone situation. Let's place this beacon and get going, because 11,000 cobblestone isn't gonna just mine itself. You ever wanted to know what it sounds like to place a beacon at 64 times the speed? Now you know. Just gotta set this thing to haste 2, and we will be off. Yeah, that beacon side quest, 100% worth it. I feel like these pillagers know what's going to be happening to them soon, and they just got sent on like a diplomatic mission to end my world before that happens. Just had to make a quick pit stop to recharge the tools, and that is 4 shulker boxes filled. That means we're over the halfway point, and I only have 3 shulkers left to fill. Even with this beacon, this is actually taking a pretty long time. It's a good thing that I enjoy the grind, though. Okay, we've got all the cobblestone collected. That is just over 11,000. Now, I need to throw the cobble into the smelters and collect all the stone, so I'll be back when that's finished. Okay, we've taken the cobblestone and we've erased the cobble part, and now I have to put them through the smelters again. It's gonna take like another hour. Okay, and that is the first batch of smooth stone done. I can kind of see the finish line. Okay, that is all 11,000 smooth stone smelted. The good news is the rest of the materials I'll need for this farm aren't going to take 3 real days to mine and smelt. At this point, I was a little low on pork chops, so I headed back to the Hogland farm and AFK'd for around 10 minutes. Okay, so I actually need to gather more stone. So this time I decided that I would actually use a silk touch pickaxe and save some time, but it was only efficiency 4, and in order for me to be able to insta-break with the beacon, I decided to upgrade to efficiency 5, which required just a couple of trades. Okay, yeah, this is like way better. Why didn't I just use the silk touch pickaxe for the 11,000 cobble? That would have saved me so much time. After I accepted that I could have saved myself an entire night of smelting, I set out gathering the rest of the materials I needed for the pillager farm. All right, we're about the halfway mark for collecting the rest of the materials, and I honestly just find collecting all these things and putting them into shulkers so satisfying. Day check-in, it's day 430, which means it's already been 129 days. That is absolutely crazy. Everything I need to build this pillager farm is in these 10 shulkers. Minus the villagers, of course, they wouldn't fit. Gathering the villagers is a bridge that I'm gonna cross when we get there. Step 1 is lighting up the area around the farm to keep the pillager population in check. Torches are placed. Now I just need to tear down this tower to the very first floor, and then I can actually begin building. Let's see how long this farm takes me to build. First, I built the 6 spots spots the villagers would be going, and this was crucial for the raid system of the farm. I towered up to where the main platform would be and where I would eventually be killing the pillagers. Each side will have a tower used to funnel the pillagers up into the choke point, and the towers need to reach the ground, so I used lava casting to create the elevators even quicker. These towers needed to be filled all the way to the top with water source blocks, so I used kelp to achieve that. I just want to check real fast and make sure this works, and perfect. Now that I have a way for the pillagers to get up to the killing platform at the very top of the farm, it was time for me to move the villagers in. Look, I've already got a village picked out and a portal connected, and I've also gone ahead and set up a rail system for transporting them. I'm actually going to transport them to my crafting table museum until I'm ready to move them into their permanent places. And I've got 7 villagers to kidnap, so I better get started. Did I just make a baked potato? Nice. Okay, I'm only moving 1 villager at a time because I want to make sure that nothing goes wrong. The Nether highway seems to be working flawlessly so far, which is always just a little bit concerning for me. Okay, I've got 1 out of 7. Let's go get the rest. Look, I don't want any comments saying I'm treating villagers poorly. I give them a nice, comfortable place to sleep. I think since things are going so well with 1 villager, I'm going to move 2 villagers at a time now. That was so over the top, Minecraft. Why? I decided it was best not to dwell on such traumatic events. So far, we've only lost 1 villager. Oh, there's a cave below. I'm just going to cover that up real quick and just hand a little bit more bread out to fill the void. Okay, so far, we've only lost 2 villagers. That's not bad for me. It might seem impossible, but I was finally able to get all the villagers into the temporary storage tank. All right, I'll admit it ain't pretty, but it sure is functional. It's time to move these villagers to their permanent places. I had attempted to move them all at the same time, but there were some complications. I decided moving 3 at a time was fine, and it ended up going much better. Okay, there's the first. Wait, I had 3 villagers when I left. Where the flip? Oh, you're behind the portal. Dude, you've got a whole career waiting for you at the end of this rail. I don't know why I insisted on moving the villagers during nighttime. I was just causing myself more pain. You know what? I built all these rails. I might as well enjoy them for a bit before I tear them all down. Oh yeah, of course that happens. Oh no, please. Look, there is a lot about this game I love. Moving villagers, not one of them. I'm really looking forward to moving another 30 villagers later on in this video. I was finally able to move the remaining villagers to the new temporary location, and after building a rail connection into the farm, it was time to finally start putting them where they go. And look, I could not afford to lose any more villagers, and luckily these pillagers have booty aim. Okay, if I've done everything correctly, a villager should fall onto this rail any moment. I am so relieved. After getting this villager into place, I headed down to get the rest. Honestly, I'm very surprised it took 140 days to pop a totem. Do me a favor, look straight up into the sky. What do you see? Clouds? Yeah. Birds? Nope. If you said villager plummeting towards the ground at terminal velocity, ding, 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 you are the winner. I just had to repeat this process 5 more times. Once all the villagers were in their forever homes, I began working on the off switch for the farm. Essentially, it makes it so I can turn the raid system on and off, and this involves some simple redstone work with sticky pistons that pulled the composters. Basically, there's a check that needs to be met in order for raids to happen, and this system creates a way for me to toggle that check being a yes or a no. Once the raid switch was done, I built the collection system, and then the funnel that the pillagers would fall into. Now it was time for me to place the 11,000 smooth stone for the spawn platforms. I can proudly say that the farm is up and running and generating much better XP than that raggedy old mob farm. If I drink a bad omen potion, it'll start a raid, which raises the spawn cap, which means more pillagers, and that meant more XP. Alright, so small problem with this raid farm that I've made. It's not actually a raid farm. It only gives me ominous bottles and crossbows, which is great. You know, I can make more or do more raids that way. But other than that, I mean, it's great for XP. So there's that. If need be, I can flip it on and off. I just wish that I had watched like the last 10 seconds of the video, seeing what like loot the guy got. I have no idea how this villager ended up in my base. I could be wrong here, but I think it was the guy who fell in the hole. Look, he's a survivor and he's selling the latest fashion. I respect it. Okay, buddy, what are we doing here? Why are we doing this? I kind of want to get rid of this iron golem. Oh my goodness, there's 2 of them? Why is there 2 of them? There's only 1 villager. And how did the dog get there? What's going on? Look at him just making his way through the field, just frolicking through. Oh, he's going in. What's up, buddy? Oh, you're a butcher now? You're not a clothes salesman anymore. What happened? Just you're not feeling the career to this point in your life? All right, bro. All right. Do your thing, man. So it's day 452, which means we're 150 days into this, essentially. I figured that my productivity would probably falter a little bit here and there, which is fine. Like, it's not going to be the perfect 300 days every single time. We've got a bunch of leftover stuff from the build that I want to go ahead and put away real quick. My favorite thing about being absolutely unorganized is the fact that I'll just find random shulkers in other boxes just full of stuff that I need. Okay, so while digging through my chests and putting things away, I've noticed something pretty detrimental, and that's that I have 13 rockets to my name. It was now time to move on to the final farm of the video, the creeper/gunpowder farm. Instead of a regular creeper farm, which uses cats to repel creepers, this farm actually uses snow golems to hit and attract creepers. I gathered everything I needed for the creeper farm. Luckily, most of the items I already had in storage. There were only a few special things I hadn't collected yet, so I went around and collected the pumpkins and the snow, and then I carved their faces out. Now I just needed a location for the farm. Okay. Oh, wait. I think this is it right here. I think this is a deep ocean, right? Oh, this is cold ocean. Ah, deep cold ocean. Perfect. Let's find like an ideal spot for this. Okay, this is it right here. I'm literally going to take this concrete powder, and we're going to mark this with red concrete. Good. Okay, so now that I've got it marked out of where I want it, I'm going to build another portal in my nether roof portal system just because I want everything to be kind of easily accessible, and I don't want to have to waste a bunch of rockets getting back and forth. Am I out of rockets? I'm actually out of... I got to pull these out of my shulker. Hold on. Pit stop. Pit stop. My island now. My island now. There they are. Okay. All right. Crisis averted. Back to base. Nothing like knowing that you're back home by a sea of crafting tables. To sleep. I wonder how Gordon Ramocean's doing. I'm sure he's cooking something. Oh, he's right there. He never misses his cue, I guess. I really hope I've got some obsidian left over. Just enough obsidian. To the nether roof we go once again. Let's see if we can make it through this. Whoop. We did it. We're so good at the game. I ended up writing down the coordinates and placing a portal, and this portal put me in a cave right below the farm, and I ended up making a water elevator to shoot me up, and now I just needed a way to get back down to the portal. We got this. We can drown a little bit. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no! Well, that wasn't very cash money, was it? No, we're not doing this again, bud. We're not doing this again. No. Why is there so many creepers? Why am I in a creeper hole? There was a baby zombie like 2 seconds ago with an iron sword. Dude was handing it to me. I almost just died. Okay, I'd screwed around enough and I decided it was finally time to start building the farm. So we let it run, not like super long, maybe like a couple minutes. A decent amount of gunpowder. Let's clear out all this other stuff that's really not necessary. That dirt can get thrown. Uh-oh, there's a spider in here. I think we missed a carpet somewhere. We must have. Oh, yep. See that right there? No! We're missing 2 snowmen. Oh no. I don't have any more pumpkins. We're gonna have to come back and fix that. That's so sad. Not in the mood, spider. You've already ruined my day. Shouldn't even be here doing this. Right, fixing the farm. It's, you know, the other farms have gone relatively well considering, so if this is the price I have to pay for some successful farm building, I'm okay with it. Get them in. Okay, yeah, no, that works perfectly. Okay, this isn't really that bad at all. It's actually easier to do it from up here. 2. Go in there. Good. Okay. It's easy. Okay. That's it. The creeper farm is officially done. I think my guys are okay here now that we don't have spiders spawning. And after my detour of fixing the farm, I also wanted to add some decoration. So I set out gathering the materials I needed for that. Let's go get some gravel, I guess. I made a separate diamond shovel just for this. Literally. Just so I wouldn't get like 10 billion flint instead of gravel. Because apparently gravel is a hard thing to get. Day check. Day 467. We're like 133 days away from 600. Okay, and the last thing we need is just gray wool, which is like super easy to make. So we're not gonna have a problem with that. I need that. That's mine. Thank you. Am I missing one? Oh, it's floating over here. Okay. I was like, oh my goodness, a shooting star. It's just a beacon. Let's see what we got. Ow, that felt really good. 44, that should be enough, I think, right? Okay, we need gray wool, not light gray wool. I already made that mistake once today. I don't really want to make it again. Gray wool. Sweet. Okay, that's everything. Bop, bop. Let's go do the thing that I want to do, which is a secret currently. Here we are. At least I'm not going to mistake this farm for another. I mean, minus like the scaffolding coming out of the center and the massive like pylon coming out, I think it looks pretty good. I can't even see it from up there because it's blocked. Whatever. It looks cool, okay? Shut up. How's our favorite cook doing? Good, good. Okay, I've got a bunch of stuff on me that I need to drop off. So let's go deposit all this stuff and then let's start on the terraforming. I might as well go hit the pillager farm and get everything mended too while I'm out. I mean, I'm gonna have to do it a couple times, I'm assuming anyway. So it's better to just get the first one done and out the way. So a banner, black dye, diamonds, cactus, gas tier, a sapling, and a splash potion of slow falling. What was I doing? Like, oh, we've got everything checked off that we need in order to just play on the world. We've got food, we've got gunpowder, we've got XP, and we've got, what's the other thing we built? Gold. Watch this. I love this part. Ready? You'll see their limbs. You'll see them start sticking through the side, and you're like, okay, it's getting ready. The sounds of the pillager farm. Ow, ow. Make sure every single tool is ready to go. And I think that's it. We're good. All right, let's make sure we put that back in our hands so we don't fall to our death and lose the world and cry. With all the farms built and all my tools fixed, I can finally move on to the major goal of the episode, and that is building each village biome as an add-on to my existing base. So here's a basic outline of the plan. Last episode, I marked the border of the 5 village biomes with red wool, and so now I'm going to set up walls, and inside each of those is going to be a biome to fill each of the slots. Before I can begin with the enclosures, I need to do a bit of terraforming. Terraforming time, officially. I've been putting it off. I've been screwing around, really. Don't think I'll need to... What kind of jump was that? Let's begin the terraforming. I'm going to start right here and probably bring all this down. We'll see, though. Yeah, let's get going. We got arrows flying already. We'll come back. We'll come back. We'll come back. Actually happened. I physically ran out of dirt. I have to go grab some more. So luckily we've got, well, just a ton of dirt. All right, back to shaving the mountain. I decided to also expand out the bottom part of this area because I wanted to make sure that all the biomes were similar size. As you can probably see, there is an assortment of shulker boxes filled to the brim with things that should be put in their rightful places. So I'm going to take a little bit of time to organize and put everything away because this village project, I need to stay organized the best I possibly can, and I want to prove that I can stay organized as well. I cannot believe that I put that off for so long. That took me less than 20 minutes to do. I managed to like sort everything that I actually like want on me in that chest. I'll probably put like a couple buckets of water and stuff in there. But that'll be like my exploration chest, things like that. And I need to stay organized this time around. It's actually kind of fun going through everything and like actually deciding what it is that I like needed to keep and needed to get rid of. All right, with that, we are officially done organizing. I've got a bunch of free shulkers now, which is... well, besides that one. But I kind of want to go through and like name these things now. You know what I mean? Like how I have like gold farm materials, all that. But I want to do one for each biome. That way when I tear everything down, I can just stick them in a single biome. So let's do that. I've got all the shulkers named and ready to be filled, but I'm getting a tad ahead of myself. I need to build the walls and fill the areas with biomes before I can start stealing villagers and their homes. For the walls, I'm just going to be using smooth stone that I have left over from the pillager farm. So now what I need to do is I need to like section off exactly where I want these things to go. But once again, it's nighttime, so I'm going to go to sleep and we're going to wake up and it's going to be day 490. Wow, I've got 110 days to finish this. Once the walls are done, I'm going to build the biomes, I'm going to find the villages, I'm going to move the villagers, then I'm going to tear down the villages, and then move the structures and rebuild them in the new biomes. If Mojang forces everyone to play with villager trade rebalances enabled, I'm covered. What you may call paranoia, I'm calling preparation. I decided to start in the middle, and that's the desert biome. I needed terracotta, sand, and dead bushes, so I made my way over to the small desert area and filled my shulkers up to the brim with everything I needed. I really underestimated how much sand I needed. My goodness. Okay, let's go get more, I guess. After placing down what felt like an endless amount of sand, I needed more. Am I seriously out of sand again? Why is this takes so much sand? It actually took me a couple trips back and forth because for some reason I have a horrible sense of the required number of blocks these biomes need. Okay, just gotta do the last couple finishing touches for the biomes. The desert biome was officially ready, and it was officially day 500. The walls in the desert biome took me somewhere around 10 days, which isn't too bad, but I needed to pick up the pace because I only have 100 days left to finish this project, and it's more like 5 or 6 projects all packed into one. Next was the snow biome. I gathered carved pumpkins and a tasteful amount of snow blocks. Spread out my snow golem workers. Oh my goodness, my brain is actually massive. Look at how efficient this is. They're so happy they're killing for free too. Gang. This is going great. The only thing that could actually ruin this right now is rain. Okay, it rained last night and it killed all the golems, so I decided to imprison one, then use all his droppings to make a few more. I ended up having to place the rest of the snow down myself. Once I was happy with the snow placements, I finished the biome off with just a few tasteful spruce trees. Oh. I don't think it's gonna grow. No. Okay, so actually the taiga and the snowy biome have quite a bit in common, but I really wanted the biomes to stand out from each other, so I needed to find an old growth taiga and steal all the pod salt. When I got there, I gathered as much pod salt as I could fit in my shulkers. I also grabbed some ferns and some mushrooms and headed back and built the biome in only one trip. Just kidding, I miscalculated and had to go back 2 more times. Now that I had enough podzol to cover the ground, I could start with the smaller details, like the ferns and the mushrooms and a few mossy boulders. I'm gonna wait to plant trees this time because I want to make sure I have plenty of room for the village buildings. I'm actually having a pretty great time with this right now. It's kind of fun. Next was the savanna biome, and because I didn't really have a way to make this biome look exactly like a savanna, I did feel like I could make it feel a little bit more wild. And for that, I needed an exotic animal. Luckily, during my travels trying to find that old-growth taiga biome, I found a mushroom island a good 4,000 blocks away from my base. But that gave me an idea. Operation Kidnap an Exotic Animal is in full swing. And you may wonder, what does a mushroom have to do with the savanna? Mushroom? Don't you mean red lion? I mean, that kind of works, right? It's actually crazy that you... Oh! Uh-oh. We're just gonna have to manually do this now. Oh, this is... Wait. I don't even know which way I was going. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This is gonna take a while. Oh my golly, I finally found some land. I should be able to use this to fly back to the base with the boat attached to the lead. I'm gonna be really careful because this is harder than it looks to get right, so I need to keep it nice and slow. Our base is right here. We made it! All right, we have made it back to base, and he is officially free to roam the savannah. Now I just need to name him something. Hold on, let me grab a name tag real fast. It's Simba the Red Lion. He's a lion, okay? So far, this biome is just our exotic friend, but, honestly, Simba was like super far away, so you can't see I didn't at least put some effort into this one. I hadn't actually mob-proofed any of the biomes, and if I lost Simba to a creeper or something, I'd probably cry. Lastly, I needed to actually add some acacia trees. Luckily, the savanna is low-key taking over my world, so it didn't take me long to find a savanna. And once I gathered the tree saplings, I immediately set out planting them. Good. And it was now day 509. This looks pretty cool from a distance, not gonna lie. Let me get a little higher here. I can definitely tell, like, okay, these are different biomes. I think that's the important thing. And let's fill this area in. We might have to remove some of these when we get the buildings in, but that's a future problem. Let's get one more tree just right here on this area right here. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna call this one done for now. Obviously, without the villagers and the buildings, it could just be any biome, but it's savanna, and you know how I'll prove it? From him. Why is he walking towards me? Why are you walking towards me? For the plains biome, I decided just to bone meal the ground all around to create a bunch of grass and flowers, but I soon realized that was kind of plain and boring, so I set out to kidnap a few more animals. Okay, there is chicken number 1, and chicken number 2, and finally chicken number 3. All right, let me introduce you to the 3 plains brothers. We've got Arrow, we've got Bagel, and we've got Jeff. I don't know. I ran out of ideas, I guess. I decided I would wait to add trees in the plains because I wanted to make sure that all the buildings had room. While AFKing at the gunpowder farm, I realized I was going to need a fair bit of obsidian for portals because right now I have 10 obsidian. Day 510 started out with me mining obsidian from a broken portal, and then I remembered there are literally entire pillars made of obsidian in the end. Wait, couldn't I just go to the end and just get lava there? Or obsidian, I mean? Let's do that. What the heck am I doing? Not doing me much good over here, are you, Mr. Beacon? No, no, no. And when I returned home to use my end portal, I noticed our Red Lion resident Simba was not in his home biome. After taking care of business, I was ready to head to the end. I built my beacon correctly for the first time ever and set off collecting all the obsidian I would need for these portals. On my return, I had another escape attempt. This time, it was Bagel. Oh no, he's gone forever. Oh, just kidding, he's back. We both laughed about it, especially after I realized I left an open hole in my wall, so I patched that up. Given that a lot of the buildings I would be stealing were made of wood, I decided it was finally time to upgrade my axe to efficiency 5. This is something I probably should have done a long time ago because I've literally cut down 17,000 logs for crafting tables. It's officially time, let's find these villages. Although it would save a lot of time just looking at a seed map tool, I find the adventuring part of Minecraft to probably be the most fun part. My plan was very straightforward. I would find the village, write down the coordinates, set up a portal, and then connect that portal to my nether portals. And then I would create transportation back with rails to my base's main portal. Snowy portal, check. Taiga portal, check. Desert portal, check. Savanna portal, big check. So the plains portal is the same one I used for the pillager farm villagers. Luckily, there are a few villagers left over. With that done, the portals are set and the railways are complete. It was now day 514, so it only took me like 4 in-game days, but I also blew through all my rockets, so I spent a bit more time AFKing at the gunpowder farm again. Okay, this should be enough gunpowder to keep me going for a little while. It's time to finally move the villagers. I decided to grab the villagers in the order that the biomes were set up at my base, and that meant that snowy villagers were first. I started out by placing rails leading back to the portal, and I was feeling confident enough to try to secure them without digging holes, which didn't really work at first, but I just kept shoving and eventually wore the villager out enough to grab him with the cart. I spent longer than I'd care to admit trying to force the Minecraft over the edge of the dirt path. Buddy, can you please just snap onto the rail? I gave up on that villager for now and decided to try my luck with the others. Looks like we got a little escape artist, huh? Nice try, bro. Just to be safe. The whole system was working great, and it gave me an idea. I'm pretty sure I could just break the ground beneath him and put rails there. Yeah, that's like really simple. I think I'm just gonna do that from now on. After corralling up the rest of the villagers into carts, I was ready to bring them home. It was day 516, and even the iron golem was so ready to retire that he just kept spinning around in circles. I had pushed, I had shoved, I had even bribed villagers, but finally, I had 5 villagers ready to move. I placed down my furnace cart and pushed them through the portal, and 2 still fell off the rail. Luckily, due to my past failures, I knew exactly what to do. And then I made it worse. But then I made it better. Now it was just me and the final villager. I broke him out of grass block jail, pushed him onto the rail, and through the portal, we both went. The Nether Railway was working great, and I had 2 villagers through, and the furnace cart even proved it was a valuable member of the team. I didn't think so. There's nothing like seeing every villager make it alive to the destination. I now had almost every villager on the ground. I then placed down a bed for each of them. While admiring my villagers, I noticed there was one who looked a little different from the rest. Okay. So I took some time to light the area so we wouldn't have any more imposter problems. Here's how the rest of the villager kidnapping relocation went. Okay, moving the taiga villagers went absolutely perfect until they made it to the overworld. There's skeletons blocking the way. No, 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 not at my men, not at my boys. No. What the? Why is there just like a billion skeletons here? Dude, there's like 20 in there. Oh my God. Crazy, bro. Luckily, I didn't lose any villagers this time around, and I was able to get them all safely into the base. Oh, we got kind of launched. After placing down a few beds and extending the railway, I was now ready to steal the desert villagers. All right, time to kidnap the villagers of the desert. I'm looking forward to this one. I don't know why. There's just something nice about eliminating everything in a desert, you know? Down you go. Down you go. Nope, down you stay, down you stay, down you stay. Nope, nope, no. Dang it. Not a good start. Buddy. Oh, he... No, 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 no. Oh, get sniped, idiot. What did I just watch? Just cactused himself to death. My goodness. After one cat, one cactus, I proceeded with the capturing. Perfect. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. Buddy. It's too late to save your friends. Dude, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh my gosh, they're on fire. No, 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 no. I didn't mean to do... Oh, oh God. Okay, you know what? After I punched out the fire, I wondered why the iron golem was sprinting towards me. I think he wanted to play tag. Oh! I didn't feel like playing tag, so I cast a spell that turned the golem into 4 iron bars. It was day 518, and I still had problems moving villagers. No, 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 no. Why? I love moving villagers. It is my favorite thing to do. Where my boys at? Hey! Wait, where's number 5? Number 5? Number 5? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Oh, I was like, something happened in the skeleton tunnels. Future suck here. It turns out something bad did happen in the skeleton tunnels. You'll just see in a second. Am I a good engineer? Look at that, dude. It's like perfect. I like how it's just like, doink. Oh, what? Well, that was anticlimactic. Wait, no. Why are they zombified? Okay, we can fix this. Quarantine. Ah, okay, we can fix this. We can solve this. We've got potions of weakness and golden apples, I think, somewhere. All right, guys. Why are they taking damage? Because they're zombies and it's daytime, you doofus. Holy moly, he hits. Don't die. Please don't die. No! No! This is fine. Everything's fine. You know, we're bound to have some fallen soldiers along the way, you know? Oh, go down, dummy. Got one. Such an aggressive way of taking them. You, down. I was home slice a lot. Bro, I can't hit him. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm on. Okay, things are just getting worse by the second. Okay. zombie pigmen here. The place is devolving into chaos. I need to get out of here. No, I don't think so. I don't think... No. What do I expect? Oh my gosh, I'm lost for words at how poorly this is going. I want out of the desert. You know that feeling when someone like holds their finger out in front of your forehead and it feels all tingly? That's how it feels right now. My forehead feels all tingly. Killing 3 villagers overall, not too bad. There's gonna be some hiccups, you know, in the plan. Why aren't we moving, guys? Oh, there's no rail there. Okay, that would explain it. Get her going. After my life-shortening experience in the desert, I ended up walking by the gold farm I had constructed almost 100 days ago. You know, even though I have barely used the gold farm, it sure does look good. I mean, maybe it doesn't, but I collected like 18 turtle eggs for it and like 9,000 magma, so it's good. I took a final head count of the desert, and this time all my villagers were villagers, which was a relief. That is what I am talking about. Okay, it's Savannah time. It's day 520, which means we've got 80 days left. 80 days left specifically to finish this project. Wait, hold on 1 second. Wait. This is important. Egg roulette, everyone. 1 in 16 chance. Place your bets in the comments. If you said that a chicken would spawn, you're wrong, and you have to subscribe. Next, it was time to move the Savannah villagers, and I can proudly say that moving them into their area went about as perfect as it possibly could. Well, that was until one of them decided to jump over the wall, so I had to spend the next 15 minutes attempting to fly him back into the biome. I repeated the process for the Plains village. No matter how hard I tried to keep the villagers alive during the process, they always found a way to harm themselves. Oh my, please don't do that. Luckily, after I saved this villager, everything went according to plan. Building the biomes and moving the villagers had taken me until day 525. Which meant I had 75 days to tear down all the villages I had stolen villagers from and rebuild them back here at the base. Look, 75 days is plenty of time for this, and I know I'll have extra time to do some additional cleanup. Here is all the biomes with all the villagers, and I'm sure they're all ready to have their homes returned to them, so I'm gonna get started on stealing the rest of the villages. Some may say that going to all these villages, stealing the villagers and tearing down their houses and re-putting them in my own base is heartless. And you know what? You're absolutely right. It is pretty messed up when you think about it. But you know what I do? I just don't think about it. I just do it, and I'm like, oh, that looks cool. And then we don't got to worry about, you know, like the moral implications. It's Minecraft. Poor guy's gonna wake up and his house is gonna be gone. Story time. As a kid, I did go to camp with my friends, and we had a really good time. We did end up putting a snake in one of my friend's sleeping bags, though. It wasn't poisonous or anything, or venomous, I think. I mean, no one died, so that's good. I don't know if I should have said anything about that legally. Let's make like a fart and get out of this hole. It is day 543, and it is officially time for me to start populating the different biomes with the houses from the villages. So I'm really excited. I'm just going to build these in the exact same order that they're built here. So I'm just going to work my way through. I'm going to kind of set up where I want things to kind of go, maybe outline what I want, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so the good news is I've got like every area where I'm going to build kind of de-snowed. So now it's really just time to kind of get after it and start placing things down. I've got these 4 shulkers full of all the materials I gathered from the snowy biome, and now it's just time to build everything. So let's get going. Once I got all the buildings in the snow biome placed, I decided it would be best to get these beds put back inside. Taiga and the desert, I think, are the 2 largest. So I'm going to have the most room for the most buildings. So I'm going to go through and kind of plot out where I want everything to go again, and we're going to repeat the process. I have got every single building that I want planned out. Time to build the village. It is a perfect sunny day, and we can celebrate 550 days, which is great. We're making great progress. Should probably carve out some paths. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what paths look like. Oh, that looks more natural, I think. Oh yeah, that's starting to look real good. I like this a lot better. Now that there's some paths, it was kind of lacking before. I placed some gold and iron armor on stands, and then realized I had no idea how to price them. 5 emeralds per piece. Does that look okay? I'm just trying to make it, like, add some nuance. I don't know. That's good. We need to add some spice to it, though. There it is. Woo! Let's put some spruce trees down. I should have some in my chests. I mean, my shulkers. I'm gonna go grab more from my tree farm, and then we'll put those down. I then took some time to add trees and some other things. That's kind of absurd, actually. That's just absurd. I don't know if I like that. I'll be honest. Let's pretend like that didn't happen. Yeah, let's not do mushrooms. I digress. I don't think that was the play. Oh my goodness. He's massive! You know what? We're gonna leave it. It looks better than the mushroom. I'll tell you that right now. Wow, I like turned on my shaders, and it looks so much better with the shaders on. I know that's like kind of the point of the shaders. The lighting changes make it look so good. Really proud of this. It's coming along nicely. I've got the desert buildings planned out. Let's get building. It's day 551. Let's see how long the desert takes us. I needed to put a well here in the desert, but I was like totally spacing on how they looked. So I took a trip back to the desert village and came back and built the well correctly. Well, with the addition of these phantoms chasing after me, that means it's been 3 days I've been building this desert. My goodness. Let's sleep. After a much-needed siesta, I finished the desert village by adding details like hay bales near the farms. The savannah was actually built during a stream which ran from days 555 to days 563. Unfortunately, my normal recorded footage got corrupted, so here's everything that happened during that stream. I do apologize for the lower quality, but I didn't want to leave anything out. There's not supposed to be a spider in here. That's supposed to be there. I think it's like... Grab the carpet. I need to get out. Oh! This is a mess. This is bad. Where's my sword? Did it just blow up my sword? No shot. No shot. So in my panic, I accidentally pressed the drop key, and unfortunately my sword was right where the creepers exploded, so I needed to make a new sword. Rip, point and click. Sweeping edge, looting 2. I'm honestly like, I wasn't crazy about the fire aspect sword anyway, although I do want sharpness 5. I think I do have a sharpness book villager. 29? Yeesh. If I put sharpness 5 on a sharpness 3, okay, it does. I think the next one I want is probably mending. And we can't do looting. We can't. Wait, fortune. I need looting, not fortune. What the heck? Why did I buy a fortune book for a sword? There's an arrow in my sea hole. What the heck? This is not happening again, is it? I was supposed to put one there, huh? But now the spider is going to kill him again because I can just climb up here and then bite their friggin' little pumpkin heads. Check Discord. Check my freaking butthole. Chicken roulette. Oh, no chicken. Feels bad. I've found more just mining. It's whatever I'm doing, it's working. I'm not even needing to use the beds, which is crazy. Brother. What? I've never seen this much. Just straight off rip. I've never even seen 3 together. How much gold do I have here? Please tell me I have a lot of gold. Just built up. Yes. Oh, you know, I probably need one of these, huh? I always forget about that. That's not even the right sword. Imagine I click right there. That would just be the nail in the coffin. Do you know how close I was to clicking this? Like, why? There we go. It's back. We need to rename our sword, guys. The last one was point and click. I think this one's point and click junior. I started today with like 50 levels or something, and I ended with 19. That's how you know we've had a bad day. Okay, we actually did get a lot of this done today, which is good. It was finally time for me to build the Plains Village, and luckily this one was done without any issue. Once I had built the structures, I set about carving out paths because I love the look of paths in this game. Here's what I would imagine the point of view of a fly would look like if it was flying through my village. And that was it. Every single biome, every villager, every village was now done, and it was only day 567, which means I finished way ahead of schedule, and I had over 30 days left in my 300-day challenge. So I cleaned up the shulkers that I'd left there during the building. I decided it was also finally time to upgrade some of my equipment, so I headed to the Nether. This time using naturally sourced TNT made with red sand, which I find to be superior in every way. All right, we have got the Netherite boots now officially. Now we just need to upgrade our chest plate that we never wear because we're dumb and we aren't smart enough to do it. Look at that. Finally got the achievement. Crazy. It's been almost 600 days for that one. We have 1 bar left. Let's do our Silk Touch pickaxe because why not, right? And there we go. We need to name it though. I like bold and smooth. We can always change the name, right? I've really been enjoying all this free time in the world, but I think it would do me well to kind of structure the last 15 days. So I made a list of a bunch of other things I want to get done, and I'm just going to check them off, and once I hit 600 days, I'm going to stop. It was day 581, and I spent the next 2 days fixing that section of the town wall that was incomplete. Luckily, I had spruce and birch wood at my tree farm already. Day 583, I noticed I had all this finished food at my farms, and I hadn't collected any of it since it was planted, so I took some time to finally harvest and replant. I also enchanted a diamond hoe, and it was just efficiency 4. After my harvest, I had some time left in the day, and my sheep looked really hungry, so I went around and used all the wheat I collected to feed my rainbow sheep. I also gave pork chops to all my dogs that were named during my live streams. At the end of the day, I noticed there was an iron golem in one of my small ponds outside my moss farm, so I set up a small sign to warn any villagers not to get too close. Day 584 began with me finally harvesting some honeycomb, and luckily my bees had all been smoked properly and weren't trying to sting me this time. After I noticed that there wasn't an updated map in my crafting table museum, I set out to correct that. There we go. That is the day 600 map finished. It was officially day 585, and that means I have 15 days left to work on whatever came to my mind. I'm gonna make a full stack of golden apples because they're super helpful in a pinch. Yeah, I'm just here gathering the oak saplings. I don't need a whole lot for this. I probably need like 5 or 6 to kind of get started on the farm. I've got the 6 saplings. Now I'm gonna head over to the TNT tree farm. All right, let's flick this bad boy on. We'll turn on everything we need. All right, we're gonna do this until we've got like just a ton of apples. So yeah. 64 apples. That didn't take too long. But now what we need to do is I need to go gather all the gold to the AFK spot where we will remain for the next, who knows. Let's sit here and do nothing. Because I don't want this thing to get all backed up, I'm gonna come down every so often and craft some gold bars for this. I did some math, and for 64 golden apples, I'm going to need 576 gold bars. Honestly, there is nothing but just looking down at this farm and seeing it work. There are so many zombie piglins plummeting towards their deaths right now. Honestly, I think this might be one of my favorite farms I made this episode strictly because of being able to see that. My goodness. You know what I find kind of funny is that Minecraft has 3 different types of apples. You've got the regular apple, the not so regular apple, and the not so regular apple. I mean, I guess there's golden carrots, but they're just not... They're not quite it, you know? Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't want to sit here any longer. I want to do this, so we're going to head back to the base. Okay, here we go. This is going to be 64 golden apples in one craft. Look at that. We've got a total of 71 golden apples, and we actually have a ton of gold ingots left over. I didn't do the math right, so that was kind of for nothing. But the good news is we've got them for next time. Let's pop one just in celebration of getting it done. That's going to give us regen, a small amount of regen, and a little bit of armor shield, which is going to be very helpful. Okay, the golden apple side quest took me about 3 days, and it was now day 588. And I want to trim my new armor, and for that, I'm going with the silence armor trim. Now, silence armor trims can only be found in ancient cities, so I need to find one of those and hopefully loot the trim. Whee! Is that an actual ancient city right here? Oh my goodness, it's an ancient city. Let's do it. I've never been to an ancient city before. Okay, I just need to loot the chest until I find the trim. We spawn the... Uh-oh. It's a shrieker. Bad news. Okay, we're wanted. Pop a golden apple just for safety's sake. Okay, that was kind of scary. I've never done this before. Nope. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's ward. Dang it. Any luck? This is it. Swift sneak 2. That's not bad. Take that. 1 golden apple. Oh, that's a shrieker. Okay, time to leave. The first ancient city was a bust, so I headed to another one. The warden right there. He is not happy. Please. Oh, yes, we got it. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we had to find another ancient city. That actually didn't take that long. Okay, awesome. Sweet, we can finally go make this thing. You know what? I see another chest. I'm gonna be greedy. Unlucky. I think that is a good sign to get out of here, given that there are a bunch of wardens spawning. Let me out! I want air, fresh air, please. Okay, we made it out. I just don't have any clue where I am right now. Oh. Village here. Oh, I know where I am. Okay, cool. I found the trim in under 1 day, so I headed back to base and dropped it off, and I moved on to the next goal. All right, go ahead and take a look at my inventory and tell me if you find anything that kind of sticks out as being kind of weird. No, it's not the sticks, although the sticks, I don't know why they're there, but that's okay. Look, we've got 3 diamond tools. These aren't netherite yet. We need to go get these completely netherited out so that we are just full netherite tools, full netherite gear. Did have a small section before this, obviously, where I was gathering the stuff that I need, but I really want to go in this time and really get enough netherite to get this done. Let's go gather everything we need for the TNT. I AFK'd at the gunpowder farm and decided I was happy with the amount of gunpowder. I made almost a stack of TNT, then I remembered I had a gunpowder chest I hadn't even checked. Do I have any gunpowder? I've literally got so much gunpowder in here already. Okay, let's craft the rest of this TNT. No problem. So I headed back to grab more sand, and now I had over 3 stacks of TNT, and I wanted to be as prepared as I could be going into the nether, so I made a few fire resistance potions, and now I could ned to the heather. There's always a ghast when I come out here. Ah! Die. Oh, what? Hit him. Thank you. Wow, that's the first time I've gotten that achievement. Only took 591 days, baby. Oh, there's another one. Why do they keep spawning? Okay, I carved myself out a new area to farm netherite because my other one was just confusing tunnels and made absolutely no sense. So I'm gonna use this now as the new one, so. I kind of want to do something absolutely ridiculous, which is just to place TNT all the way along this and just see how much debris we can find. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, this is going to be such a mess. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, it's a wall of lava already. I know I saw some debris. 37 TNT for one debris. I've seen worse trades before. Okay. I actually only needed 12 scrap total to completely netherite my gear, so I didn't take too long to gather it all. Yeah, you just need to cook up the ancient debris, and I'm also going to want to probably duplicate some of this stuff, so let me figure out real quick what I need to do that. Also, I'm going to put away all this TNT and whatnot. Is it that? Is it... Wait, what? It's cobbled deep slate. I'm a doofus. Okay, so that is every single tool I have upgraded to netherite. All my armor's netherite. The only thing that's not netherite is my literal nutsack. We've got everything we need now to turn all of our items into trimmed armor, which is just freaking awesome. So we're gonna do that, and that. I really like how the diamond version looks. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think it looks great. Okay, so while looting the ancient city, I was also able to get these 2 Swift Sneak books, which I'm now going to combine into a 3, and then I'm also going to throw those onto my legs. So now we have Swift Sneak 3 on our netherite legs, and look at that. We can sneak so much faster now. I wanted to make sure that all of my tools and armor had the mending enchantment for obvious reasons, and I just had to add it to my newly trimmed chestplate. Day 593, I was out of food, so I headed to the Hoglin farm to get myself enough food to get me to day 600. Okay, we AFK'd here at the Hoglin farm for like just a couple minutes, and luckily this farm is probably one of the quicker ones, so that should be plenty of food. I got back to the base just before the next day and decided it was finally time for me to tear down the old mob farm. I wanted to tear it down before the next day, but the phantoms were not cooperating. Okay, you know what? This is so annoying. This is so annoying. I'm just gonna go sleep. I can't be asked right now. So I headed to bed and woke up on day 594 with a fresh idea. Yes, burn! Burn! I love burning things in this game. Why is it so satisfying? Tearing down the old farm took me the entire rest of the day. And with that, the mob farm is officially gone. I absolutely love that thing. It provided me with so many useful materials, and I won't forget it. It's time to kind of move on to the next phase of the world, and unfortunately, it's not involved in that. Thanks for everything, Mr. Old Mob Farm. It was day 595, and there was only one thing left on my list. I headed out to the crafting table biome. It was finally time for me to update the subscriber count. I was behind by almost 2,200 crafting tables, so I set out adding them all in. This is what 18,330 crafting tables looks like, and I think this was the perfect way to end the video. If you made it all the way here to the end, thank you. It means so much to me that you stuck around and spent the last 300 days with me in my hardcore world. I achieved every goal I set out for myself this video and was even able to get a few more things checked off the list. I've had an absolute blast building all the farms and moving all the not moving the villagers, but moving all the villages, and I still have a ton of ideas and projects for the future of this world. So until next time, thanks for watching. See you around.